Good morning and welcome to the Commentary Hub's alternative coverage of England against Colombia. I'm your alternative commentator, Nicholas Jones, and whoever wins this game will go through to the semi-finals. The other semi-final between France and Australia is currently going on at the moment. 0-0 after normal time and extra time. Currently going through a penalty shootout. We'll let you know the winner as and when we can. We'll let you know the winner when it happens. But before we get on to the main business of England against Colombia, time now to go through the results and the stories of what happened in the first of the quarterfinals between Spain and the Netherlands, and between Spain and the Netherlands and Japan against Sweden. And we start with Spain against the Netherlands. Esther Gonzalez thought Spain had taken the lead in the first half, only for a VAR check to deem her offside. We'll get back to that momentarily, because Australia are through to the women's World Cup semi-finals by winning on penalties. We'll let you know the score shortly, but that is an amazing achievement for the Socceroos. Or should that be the Matildas? Sam Kerr came on as a substitute in that game. She was one of the scorers, but that is completely amazing for Australia. They fought hard and they've won, and this is their first appearance at the Women's World Cup semi-finals. Back now to our roundup of yesterday, and we start with Spain against the Netherlands. Esther Gonzalez thought Spain had taken the lead in the first half, only for a VAR check to deem her offside, and the Netherlands would hold firm until they conceded a penalty by a Stephanie van der Graat's handball. Van der Graat coincidentally playing her last international match. But Spain would take the lead when Mariona Caldente scored from the spot. The Netherlands struck back through Van der Graat to force the match into extra time, and it was very close for extra time. And the match winner came from 19-year-old Salma Parayuelo, who calmly struck in a Jennifer Hermoso cross, and the victory for Spain puts them into their first major semi-final since the Women's Euros in 1997. And the second of the quarter-final matches was Japan against Sweden. And Sweden have become the team to watch after disposing of the USA via penalties last week. Would Japan be even a tougher opponent? Well, on paper you'd think so, but imagine the shock for Japan when Amanda Ilestedt scored the first goal after just over 30 minutes. And things would only get worse for Japan as Fuka Nagano conceded a penalty via a handball, and the VAR check confirmed this. Felipe Angeldal doubled Spain's lead from the spot with no problems. Japan would be given a lifeline in the 76th minute as a penalty was conceded to them, but Riko Ueki failed to convert, and they would pull one back towards the end through Honoka Hayashi, but it was too late for them to make a resurgence. And for the first time since 2011, it is certain that a new world champion will be crowned, and Sweden are aiming for their first World Cup final since 2003. And I've just had a greeting, and I've just had a comment coming in from Media Radio Jingles and Gaming. Hello, Nicholas. Love your commentary as always. you, Russ, JB, and everyone else at the commentary hub do a good alternative commentary. Thank you very much, my friend. It's great to get such praise like that. We're going to go for a short. We're going to go for a break, but join us when we're going to go for a break. But join us when we return for the build-up to England against Colombia. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to our alternative audio coverage of England against Colombia in the Women's World Cup quarterfinals. England had a nervy match. England come into this on the back of a nervy match against Nigeria in the last 16. And the sending off of Lauren James did them no favors whatsoever. Colombia were really strong opponents, and the game went all the way to penalties, and here's a clip from our coverage. And here's a clip from a coverage of that match, of the final penalty kick. Your commentator is Russ Vernon.
It's 3-2 in the shootout. England now know that if they score here, they will win the penalty shootout. And who will spot kick rest on here? Who will the spot kick rest on here now for England? It will be the winner in the Euros last summer, Chloe Kelly, who scored the next time in the Euros. Can she do it again here for England? Chloe Kelly steps up for a chance to book England's place in the next round. Chloe Kelly, can she do this? The lioness is Chloe Kelly! She can! England have won it! And the shootout 4-2! After 9 after extra time! England are 4-2 winners in the shootout! And progress into the next round of the Women's World Cup with down to 10 players after Lauren James rarely sent off, and England prevail on the shootout thanks to the winner, Chloe Kelly, who won it for England in the Euros, and she's won it in this last 16 tie for England in the World Cup as well. Superb penalty from Chloe Kelly.
Thanks very much to Russ Vernon for his superb commentary on that match. Colombia, on the other hand, they have been one of the surprise packages of the Women's World Cup, and they won 2-1 against highly fancied Germany in the group stage to further prove their points. The last 16 match against Jamaica was tough, but captain Catalina Usme put them in front, and that goal was enough to see them through, despite a late challenge from Jamaica. It's the first time in the quarterfinals for them, and only the second time for Colombia for both men and women. The men's team were quarterfinalists in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. And before we talk any further, we'll just go through the lineup, starting with England. Mary Earps is in goal, then it's Lucy Bronze, Kira Walsh, Alex Greenwood, the captain Millie Bright, Georgia Stanway, Rachel Daly, Ella Toone, Lauren Hemp, Jess Carter, and Alessia Russo. Ella Toone standing in for the suspended Lauren James. As for Colombia, we have Catalina Perez in goal, then Carolina Arias, Daniela Arias, Jolene Carabali, Manuela Vanegas, returning from suspension, Diana Ospina, Lorena Bedoya, Lecky Santos, the captain Catalina Usme, Linda Caicedo, and Mayra Ramirez. This could well be England's toughest test yet in the Women's World Cup, because Colombia have proven a very tough side to beat. Not only do we have to watch out for Usme, Caicedo, and Vanegas, but also Mayra Ramirez could also feature strongly as well, and also Lecky Santos. But for England, Serena Wiegman will have plenty of we'll have plenty of options for players to use instead of Lauren James, particularly when it comes to substitutions in the second half. She could bring on the likes of Chloe Kelly, Bethany England, and Katie Robinson, to name a few. Georgia Stanway could feature strongly in this match as well. And the last 16 match against Nigeria was a welcome return, I should say, for Kira Walsh, back from her knee injury. Rachel Daly, she could be a thorn in Colombia's side too. And the game is taking place at the Stadium Australia, which will of course be used for the final. And media radio jingles and gaming has chipped in says, "Come on, England!" But I personally think Colombia will run them close. The game could go either way. Although a lot of people that I've been talking to have gone for England, but always expect the unexpected in international football. The teams are in the tunnel. The teams are in the tunnel. They're almost ready to come out, and just going to quickly run you through our match officials. Ekaterina Koroleva of the United States is the referee, and her assistants are Catherine Nesbitt and Felicia Mariscal, also of the USA. The fourth official is Oh Hyun Jeon of South Korea, and reserve assistant referee is Ramina Tsoi of Kyrgyzstan. On VAR is Carol Ann Chenard of Canada, and her assistant is Armando Villarreal of the USA, and the offside VAR is Chantal Baudreau of Canada. There are two standby people in the VAR booth, and the standby VAR is Mohammed Taki of Singapore, and the standby assistant VAR is Paul van Berkel of the Netherlands. Kickoff will be in about 7 or 8 minutes time, and the players, like I say, will be in the foot of the tunnel. Remember, whoever wins this game will take on Australia in the semi-finals on Wednesday, and I will be on comms for that one. Millie Bright talking to one of the match officials. The players will be coming out of the tunnel in around a couple of minutes time. The referee most likely going through it. The referee and everyone else most likely going through a final check, a couple of final checks just to make sure that everything is ready, and eyes to the horizon for Catalina Usme, Serena Wigman inside the England dugout. Just going through the welcoming ceremony, as has been customary for matches inside the Women's World Cup. Rachel Daly looking very calm and composed. Also Colombia looking moderately relaxed, and there's the logo, and there's the slogan of the Women's World Cup: "Beyond greatness," it says, and I feel sure that this tournament has indeed gone beyond greatness. It will have exceeded that. And Lucy Bronze, a small smile before going out onto the pitch. quite a lot of mixture of Colombia and England fans, and they'll be expected to give as much support as they can. And the teams and the match officials are now making their way out to the mouth, I should say, of the tunnel, and they are walking out onto the pitch now. The match officials wearing a sort of aquamarine green type shirt to distinguish themselves, and black shorts. Lucy Bronze having a bit of a chat with one of the mascots as they make their way out onto the pitch. Millie Bright and Mary Earps looking very composed as everyone makes their way onto the centre of the pitch for the national anthems, and I can see the various banners being displayed, and the shot from the sky is one of beauty. Just takes my breath away. Now it's the national anthem of England. So that was the national anthems of both England and Colombia. The Colombia players were singing their hearts out when it was their turn. But the time for talking is about to stop, and it will almost be time for the action to begin. Remember, Spain and Sweden will be playing in the first semi-final. Australia threw 7-6 on penalties after 0-0 after a 0-0 in both normal and extra time. Only one space left for the last four of the Women's World Cup. Will it be England? Will it be Colombia? We are now just mere moments away for the just mere moments away from the start of what could be a really tight game. Many of the England fans will be hoping that this will not go to extra time or penalties. The captain's going through the usual pre-match formalities with the referee. Catalina Uzme, remember, is the captain of Colombia. Glimpse of the VAR room with Caroline Chenard, the main VAR person, and we start with England. With Earps in goal, 3-4-1-2 formation. Greenwood, Bright and Carter make up the back three. And then in midfield, we have Daly, Walsh, Toon, Stanway and Bronze. Toon is the centre forward. And the two main forwards, Lauren Hemp and Alessia Russo. So this could well be an altogether powerful lineup as chosen by Serena Wigman. For Colombia, it is Perez in goal, then Vanegas, Arias, Carabali, and Arias, with Bedoya, Durango, Ospina, Garcia, and Santos in midfield, and Caicedo, Uzme, and Ramirez, the three forwards. And those three, in my opinion, should be the players that England must watch out for. England are wearing the main kit of white shirts, blue shorts, and white socks. Colombia wearing a purplish yellow kind of shirt with yellow shorts and similarly yellow socks. To me, the shirt looks like a piece of modern art inspired by outer space, and it will be England to kick us off, and the England players take the knee in support for the ongoing fight against racism and equality. Away we go then for the quarterfinals between England and Colombia at the Stadium Australia. And Colombia almost take it straight away through Linda Caicedo, but England are trying to take it back. Colombia managed to hold firm. It's Daniela Arias, but it's over the line for a throw-in. Throw into England. Serena Wigman watching intently. Her eyes she has the eyes of a hawk, in my opinion. And it's Caicedo for Colombia. Now towards Mayra Ramirez. And Ramirez, downward cross to Catalina Uzme. England could be in for a shock early on, but Marriott just picks up the ball when she needed to, and I think the last Colombia player to have the ball was Mayra Ramirez. It's Jess Carter now for the Lionesses. Carter back down to Millie Bright. Now Alex Greenwood. Bright quickly passes to Jess Carter, although she has to be careful that Santos didn't get to her, and she did. But the ball goes over the line. It's a Colombia throw. I think Lucy Bronze might have gotten the last touch of the ball. And the head coach for Colombia is Nelson Abadia. He's been involved since 2014. He has taken the main job. He took the main job in 2017. Colombia throw to Lecky Santos. And the ball now being crossed forward to Mayra Ramirez, although Ella Toon looked like she was going to try and take it off her, but Colombia hold firm. Ball now being played down to Catalina Uzme. Uzme, decent pass that to Carolina Arias. It's Arias, but well stopped by Rachel Daly. And I think that'll be another throw-in to Colombia. Daniela Arias, or should that be Carolina Arias to take the throw? She throws to Linda Caicedo, but it was deflected and it's over the line for another throw. Carolina Arias to throw once again for Colombia. Ramirez. Arias, now back to Ramirez! But saved by Earps, and in fact it was actually Uzme who And in fact, it was Usme who had the first real chance at goal. Stanway to Lucy Bronze, and Bronze was aiming for, I think, Lauren Hemp, but the ball, but a Colombian midfielder got in her way. It's Millie Bright now for England. England slightly on the back foot, I think. And after 3 minutes, it's still England 0, Colombia 0. You're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones, and we're also live on JB Sports, Storm FM, and on our Twitch channel. On the Commentary Hub 2 today will be Arsenal against Nottingham Forest, which kicks off which will start in less than an hour's time. So, ball now being rolled out. Ball goes over the line. It's a throw into Colombia. Carolina Arias to take the throw, and the ball's thrown to Ramirez. Did Ramirez get elbowed in the face? She didn't. It's Greenwood to Rachel Daly, although Daly almost pushed over by Usme, and the ball is now passed to Ella Toon to Greenwood. Now back to Ertz in goal. Colombia playing left to right, England playing right to left. Ball passed back out to Greenwood. Ertz again. Now it's Millie Bright. Bright to Jess Carter. Carter does a forward cross to Ertz. Now the ball is back with England. Ball now being crossed forward to Ella Toon, but cleared away though by Lecky Santos. Santos to Linda Caicedo. England have won it back though, as Bright passes to Kira Walsh. Walsh now to Carter. Now back down wing towards Bright. Plays it, passes to Walsh. Now back to Bright. Greenwood. It's Greenwood to. That looks to be Georgia Stanway. Now Ella Toon, or was it Walsh? No, it was Walsh. Now it's Georgia Stanway this time. It's Stanway. Does well to pass to Lucy Bronze despite resistance. Alessia Russo. Now it's with Lauren Hemp. Russo again. But snaffled away by Colombia. And good interception, although this could have cost them. Carolina Arias is down on the ground. She may have been fouled. Was rolling about on the ground, obviously in pain, but this could have been England's first chance at goal. Lucy Bronze did well to play it into Russo. Good block by Colombia through Yorlin Carabali. Carabali did well to block that one. This was Lauren Hemp. And I think Hemp might have just got tangled up, and it was in fact it was the last touch by Russo that struck. That might have struck Arias on the head. She didn't need to do that, but I don't think she'll be cautioned. Russo trying to explain what happened. And Nelson Abadia looking very concerned. But this could be serious for Colombia. Carolina Arias down on the ground. She has been really good. She has been superb in defence throughout for Colombia so far in this match. England are waiting for the game to restart because of the rules concerning lengthy periods of stoppage and injury time. We may have a long period of stoppage time before the end of the first half. 7 minutes in, it's still England 0. It still remains England 0, Colombia 0. Before the foul, I feel that England were starting to catch up to Colombia, but that break in play will have done them no favours at all. And Arias being led around the pitch by the physios, I think she strained. but she is in a considerable amount of pain. She has to be I think she will have to be substituted very soon. What a shame for Colombia after they started so strongly. She was hobbling about a bit, but I think she may have gotten some of the energy back into her legs. Goal kick given to Colombia via Perez. England need to strike back soon. The ball being played down to Manuela Vanegas. Vanegas, remember, back from suspension. It's Linda Caicedos for Las Cafeteras. But the ball goes over the line for an England throw. Lucy Bronze to take the throw. Carolina Arias back down on the pitch. Back down on the touchline, I should say, but she is still in pain. It's Greenwood for England. Greenwood passes to Ella Toon. Toon now to Rachel Daly. Cut out really well by Catalina Uzme. Ball now being played forward to Millie Bright though. Header by Bronze. It's inside the 18-yard box. Russo tries to get to it. Now it's back with Bronze. Colombia do want to keep it out, but another Colombia player is down on the ground. I don't believe it. And the referee comes over to take a look, understandably concerned. I can't make out who it is at the moment, and I think it's Vanegas. It's Manuela Vanegas, and she got tangled up with Lucy Bronze. Just ran into her right arm, which collided with her head. And Durango did really well to try and keep it out. And Colombia sensibly substitutes Carolina Arias for Ana Maria Guzman. So Ana Maria Guzman coming on. She was instrumental for Colombia's victory against Jamaica. So it's Hemp with the ball. Currently passes to Lucy Bronze. Now back to Hemp. Hemp. Vanegas back up on her feet. I'm pleased to say Russo heads, but saved by Catalina Perez. And that was the first real shot on goal in this match. Russo headed. I think she could have been in a little closer, but very close indeed. And this will, I'm sure, have spurred England on. But I think Stanway got caught it up with another player. I think that might have been Santos who she collided with. Bright crossing the ball forward to Alessia Russo. Can she get to the ball in time? No, she can't. She was too little, too late. And after 11 minutes have been played, it still remains England 0, Colombia 0. The England and the Colombia fans showing their support as ever. It's Daly, but the ball's given away to Diana Ospina. Diana Ospina concedes it back to Bronze, but now it's been taken by Daniela Arias. Arias tries to cross to Caicedo, but it goes over for a throw-in. Swiftly taken by Bronze. Carter, Walsh, back to Carter. Carter now passes to Hemp, but Hemp gets it crossed up, and now the ball is back with Colombia. That was Bedoya to Santos, but Santos concedes to just Carter. Carter passes to Millie Bright. Bright now to Greenwood. It's Greenwood. Now Russo. And Russo tries to cross to Hemp, but well-timed interception by Vanegas. And it's now Linda Caicedo. with the ball for Colombia. Caicedo almost lost it to England, but has managed to hold on. Now the ball's been crossed downwind to Catalina Uzme. It's Uzme! Headed by Greenwood, now back to Uzme. Uzme, I think, passed to Ramirez. Now the ball has ended up with Guzman. Guzman concedes to Alex Greenwood, though. Stanway, or should that be Elatoon? Elatoon did well. Elatoon couldn't hold off Lecky Santos for long, and it will be another throw in to England. Daly throws to Elatoon. Now Rachel Daly again. Back to Toon. Greenwood passing across to Millie Bright. Bright. Forward pass. Now to Lauren Hemp. Hemp tries to go around Vanegas, but she could only pass to Bronze. Walsh briefly had it, but Colombia regained control. Good work by them so far. Lorena Bedoya to Linda Caicedo, although Caicedo has to hold off Jess Carter. She's doing just that, and it's Caicedo, but it sails wide. That was good use of the ball by Linda Caicedo. Although had she been in closer, she could well have stunned England with the first goal of the game. Still 0-0 between England and Colombia. Although I have to say Colombia are edging it in terms of possession. Ball pass out by Catalina Perez. The referee wants to check something, and a free kick has been given to England. It'll be Carter to take the free kick. Free kicks it to Mary Ertz. Now Alex Greenwood passes across to Bright. Millie Bright. Now Millie Bright to Lauren Hemp. Hemp quickly passes back to Bright. And Bright crossing to, I think that was Lucy Bronze. Russo now after Vanegas. But Vanegas does well to pass to Caicedo. England retake it back through Stanway. Now Elatoon passes across to Daly. Greenwood. Now Lauren Hemp. Passes to Kira Walsh. Although Colombia intercepts, not for long. It's Elatoon for England. Ball held by Uzme. But Lauren Hemp with a charge after the ball, but it goes over the line, and it'll be Ana Maria Guzman to throw for Colombia. Ramirez being held by Greenwood, but it's in vain. And Ramirez was looking for Santos, but Santos was blocked by the England defenders. Carter, Bright. Now to Georgia Stanway. Lucy Bronze. Now the ball is with Jess Carter. Millie Bright. Alex Greenwood. To Kira Walsh. Now back towards Millie Bright. So it's Millie Bright for England. Now passes to Georgia Stanway. And Stanway passes across to Elatoon. Does well to do that. But the ball goes into the 18-yard box, headed clear by Colombia. Bronze to Kira Walsh. Walsh passes well to Stanway, although Vanegas tackles the ball off her. Good job. Good work by her, but it goes as far, but the ball was cannoned towards Greenwood. It's Greenwood passing to Alessia Russo. Russo passes back to Greenwood. Greenwood. Now Bright. And Bright. Cross it! And Bright, that's a forward. That was a forward cross aiming for Bronze, I think, but Bronze was too far. But Bronze was too far behind. And chewing nervously is Nelson Abadia. Throw in to Colombia. Good throw by Vanegas. Vanegas with the ball. Vanegas with the ball for Colombia, but she concedes to Rachel Daly. It's Millie Bright. Bright to Georgia Stanway. Now back to Bright. Bright trying to play it forward to Russo, but Colombia hold firm. Russo takes it back though. Russo passes to Jess Carter, but it goes over. But it's over once again. Colombia swiftly take the throw in. Caicedo to Lecky Santos. Santos now Vanegas. Manuela Vanegas crosses the ball into the 18-yard box. Decent header by Alex Greenwood, and it's Lauren Hebb after the ball, but Colombia aren't giving this one up. Caicedo tackled by Kira Walsh. Now it's Lauren Hebb pushed down to the ground. It was like she was it's like she was barged, and the Colombia player who did it didn't even know she was there. It was Ana Maria Guzman, and that was very rough indeed. Quite unnecessary. Just slammed into her side, and that will have given England a free kick, which they have indeed taken. I'm surprised Guzman wasn't booked, and the pain and disappointment on the face of Carolina Arias very clear to see. It's Manuela Vanegas for Colombia. Vanegas to Lecky Santos. Linda Caicedo crossing the ball to Santos. Santos now sends it across into the 18-yard box to Ramirez, but kept out by England. Caicedo passes to Vanegas. Now back to Santos. Santos to Caicedo, but retaken by Bronze. Carter to Kira Walsh. Alex Greenwood. Greenwood passes to the captain Bright. She is filled in for the injured Leah Williamson very well indeed. Has Millie Bright. And after 21 minutes, it's still England 0, Colombia 0. Bright. Millie Bright. Forward pass to Georgia Stanway. Passes to Lucy Bronze, but headed back by Colombia. Lucy Bronze retakes the ball though. Bronze has to hold off the Colombian defence and almost does it, but she has fouled Manuela Vanegas, and Lucy Bronze and Lucy Bronze marginally disappointed with that. Just got her. I think both legs got caught in there. Nothing too serious. Nothing too serious. And I think that was what happened earlier. But nothing warranting a yellow card. Free kick given to Colombia though. Colombia take the free kick, but it goes as far as Rachel Daly. Daly passes to Millie Bright. Now Kira Walsh back to Bright. Bright passes once again to Alex Greenwood. So it's Greenwood to Daly. Daly gets tangled up again with Guzman, and Toon, I think, elbowed her in retaliation, but play goes on. Ramirez to Catalina Usme, and Daly is down on the ground. That was a clear foul. That was a clear foul by Colombia. And Ana Maria Guzman should be booked for that. Just slaps her in the face, and down she goes. That is definitely a yellow card. If she hadn't been cautioned before, she should be now. But no yellow card given, and Daly looks like she may well have been punched in the mouth or something. And the Colombia fans showing off their headdresses and all other carnival-like gear. Guzman for Colombia. Now it's Lauren Hemp. Hemp passes, gives the ball away, I should say, to Lorena Bedoya. But Ana Maria Guzman, I still can't believe she hasn't been booked. She will have likely been cautioned for the earlier incidents on Lauren Hemp, and Guzman shouting for something. But Ella Toon with the ball, she passes quickly to Georgia Stanway, crosses to Lucy Bronze, quick pass to Jess Carter. Now Alex Greenwood. England have fallen behind a bit when it comes to possession, but they're trying to make up for it through Ella Toon, who passes to Rachel Daly. Daly now to Alex Greenwood. Greenwood passes to Millie Bright. Bright to Jess Carter. England have got to hope that this match does not go to extra time against penalties. They nearly came unstuck in their last 16 match against Nigeria. So it's Russo to Georgia Stanway. Now Lucy Bronze. Bronze tried to cross into the 18-yard box, but kept up really well by Manuela Vanegas. Corner to England, though. Will it? And it looks like it. And it looks like it will be Alex Greenwood. It looks like it will be Alex Greenwood to take the corner. Makes her way over to the corner post. England have got to take advantage. From this corner. Lauren Hemp, the closest to goal. But a bit of a scuffle going on, and the referee is calling for everybody's attention. She's trying to get everything organised. I think that was a confrontation between Bright and Ramirez, and I think she's talking more to Bright than Ramirez. Bright trying to give her side of the story, and so a bit of a delay for the corner kick to take place, and the closest England player to goal. Ball goes in to the 18-yard box. Rachel Daly almost takes it. Now it's Stanway, headed by Daly, but saved by Catalina Perez, and England are once again denied. The setup looked a bit disjointed, but the corner kick was good, and Daly's header very nearly went in. Guzman for Colombia tries to pass to Ramirez, but the ball stolen by England. Greenwood, now Ella Toon, passes up to Stanway. Lovely long pass to Lucy Bronze. Now Stanway again. Back to Bronze. Kira Walsh. Passes this time again to Lucy Bronze. And now Georgia Stanway, although Russo almost down on the ground. But it's Rachel Daly. Daly! Over the bar it goes! And she is frustrated. She must have thought, why didn't this go in? That looked perfect to me. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that it went over the bar. It was several inches away from the bar. It could have hit it, but the scoreline still remains after 28 minutes. England 0, Colombia 0. Vanegas after the ball, but the ball is now with Jolin Carabali. Carabali for Colombia, and the ball and Derek Jones says good pressure from England. So in a way, England are starting to come. Back into this. That was Carabali fouled by Russo, but she's back up on her feet. No real harm done, it seems. Nelson Abadia still chewing, and another corner has been given to England. Or should that be a goal kick? No, it's a goal kick to Colombia. I thought England got another corner. It's bronze to Daly. Now Lauren Hemp, or was that Russo? No, it was Russo to Lauren Hemp. Hemp tries to hold on to the ball, but she's under pressure from Garcia. Garcia tries to take it off, but Hemp did really well to hold on. And now it's Stanway, but again over the line. Or was that Kira Walsh? I'll have to check on that. I'll have to check, and I can just about see that it is Kira Walsh. This match is far from over. We're almost up to the 30-minute mark as Catalina Perez is ready to kick the ball out of goal for Colombia. Ball headed by Russo to Kira Walsh, but Colombia have retaken it. And the ball is now being played forward to Ramirez, but Millie Bright does well to cut her out. Good use of the foot by Bright to deflect the ball away. But Ana Maria Guzman takes the throw in for Colombia, and Rachel Daly did well to keep Santos away. Throw in again to Las Cafeteras. Guzman throws to Usme. Now back to Guzman. Elatoon tries to take it back, but the ball is being sailed into, and England do manage to take it back. It goes over the line though. I think Ramirez might have had a touch of the ball. Earps passes to Millie Bright. Millie Bright now for England. Passes to Alex Greenwood. Back towards Bright. Bright. Forward pass to Georgia Stanway. Elatoon almost takes it but misses. Russo now after the ball, but the ball has been superbly taken away by Catalina Usme. So it's Usme. Nice cross down to Lecky Santos. Santos loses the ball to England. Colombia take it back. That was a mistimed header by Greenwood, and the ball has been taken by Ramirez. Ramirez looking to cross into the 18-yard box, but a well-timed boot by Alex Greenwood prevents her from doing so. Guzman to take the throw once again for Colombia. Holds the ball, raises it overhead, throws to Usme. Usme can't find a gap. She passes back to Guzman, but the ball is headed away by Bright. Good defending by England, and it's Lauren Hemp with the ball. Tries to hold off Caicedo. She does, and she's motoring towards the 18-yard box. She has to cross to Russo, but passes to Elatoon instead. Should have crossed to Russo, in my view. The ball now given away to Colombia. It's Ramirez. Ramirez almost tackled by Greenwood. Ramirez does well to hold on, and Greenwood suffers for it. Ramirez still managing to keep hold of the ball. Amazing skill, really. Lorena Bedoya. Now Lecky Santos. It's Lecky Santos with the ball for Colombia. Passes the ball around. It's ricocheting everywhere. It's Linda Caicedo now. Caicedo but headed away by Greenwood, who somehow managed to get back up on her feet. It's Alessia Russo with the ball. She has to hold off, but she does well to send it over, and she does well to send it over the line, but it'll be a Colombia throw-in. Nelson Abadia now starting to become a bit more animated, shouting instructions from the touchline. Greenwood might have been socked in the mouth, and was that a hand or elbow? I couldn't quite see. I'm not going to take another look at this, and I think it might have been the back pass of the hand. No blood that I can see. Kira Walsh calmly taking a drinking conversation with Serena Wiegman. Wiegman giving her instructions. Apart from that, Greenwood appears to be okay. England 49% have 49% of possession control. Colombia 37. So England it seems are on top at the moment. Daly throws to Ella Toon. Now back towards Rachel Daly. It's Alex Greenwood to Millie Bright. Colombia were in front in the early stages, but England appear to have caught up with them. It's Georgia Stanway for the Lionesses. Blocked and fouled, but she does well to stand up. And I think a yellow card could be given. And it looks, and I think one of the players involved was Santos. I think Garcia was also involved as well, or was that? And it's a free kick to England. Garcia being spoken to by the referee. I think that's a verbal warning. Any more like that, and she will almost certainly be given a yellow card. The free kick is far away though from the goal area. Free kick quickly passed to Alex Greenwood. Greenwood crosses into the 18-yard box, but headed out by Manuela Vanegas. Vanegas to Caicedo, although Caicedo is brought down by Stanway, and Caicedo and Caicedo is in some degree of pain. Stanway did try to get to the ball, in my view. The top pass of it missed it by inches, but she caught Caicedo. But she caught Caicedo on the leg. No harm done, it seems. Caicedo is able to carry on playing. Although Stanway might have just gotten a flea in the ear from the referee. Free kick to Colombia. And it will be Manuela Vanegas to take the free kick. It will have been passed to Lucky Santos. Back to Vanegas. Vanegas swiftly passes to Santos. And across by Santos, but the ball nearly conceded to England and Jess Carter. Throw in to the Lionesses. Lucy Bronze throws. This time to Jess Carter. Millie Bright, we now have nearly 10 minutes. We now have under 10 minutes until half time. It's England 0, Colombia 0. England have completed 163 passes, Colombia just 89. And that makes 90 as Ramirez takes the ball after it was passed to her by Ospina Garcia. Ana Maria Guzman passes to Santos. Now Ramirez. Back to Guzman. Guzman does well to hold off Ella Toon. She passes to Santos. Wise decision in my view. Now it's Santos, or it was actually Ramirez who had that ball. Now it's back towards Guzman. Caicedo! But well held, but almost held by England. And that was almost a shot by Caicedo, but it was deflected away by the England defenders. The supporters would have almost had Supporters would have almost had their hearts in their mouths. Colombia have the chance to take advantage of the throw-in. Guzman throws to Linda Caicedo. Caicedo back to Guzman. Almost tackled by England. Now it goes as far as Caicedo. Caicedo, a back pass to Carabali. Carabali passes across to Daniela Arias. Arias, now back to Carabali. It's Carabali with the ball. He's aiming for Santos, I think, but caught by Earps. Earps rolls the ball out to Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze passes to Jess Carter. Now Kira Walsh. Walsh down the wing to Greenwood. Greenwood passes across to Rachel Daly. Now back to Greenwood. Walsh. Now Millie Bright. Bright to Jess Carter. Carter now to Lucy Bronze. Carter again. Bright. Greenwood this time. Greenwood keeping hold of the ball. Now she passes to Kira Walsh. Back to Greenwood. England doing their best to try and throw Colombia off, but it's Millie Bright. Bright now passes to Georgia Stanway. Jess Carter crosses the ball forward to Alessia Russo. Russo just about gets it. She has to hold on. She's doing just that. Garcia pressurising her. She passes to Bronze though. And now it goes as far as Ella 2. It's Walsh to Greenwood. And Greenwood crossing to Russo. Now it's with Lucy Bronze, but intercepted by Colombia. Over the line it goes, and it will be another England throw. This time it'll be Jess Carter to throw. Bronze throws to Carter. 5 minutes to go of normal time. Walsh to Carter. Now Millie Bright. Alex Greenwood. Greenwood passes to Daly. Now it's Ella Toon. Ella Toon under pressure from, I think that was Bedoya, but it's over the line. It'll be a throw-in to England to be taken by Rachel Daly. Rachel Daly almost scored the opening goal for England. She throws to Lauren Hemp. Now Daly again. Daly to Alex Greenwood. Kira Walsh this time. Back to Greenwood. And Greenwood crossing to, I think that was Russo, but the ball was deflected by Carabali towards Perez in goal. Colombia proving just as tough an opponents for England as Nigeria. Perez will kick the ball out. Perez will kick the ball out for Colombia. She does that, and it goes to Ramirez. It's Ramirez with the ball. Now she passes to Catalina Uzme. Uzme crosses up the wing to Vanegas. Vanegas to Linda Caicedo. But she is offside. We'll take a look at that again on my monitor. And yes, her arm is ahead of Jess Carter, so clearly offside. No need to go for a VAR check. And talking of VAR checks, we have had none so far, which can only be a good thing. Greenwood to Millie Bright. And Bright passes to Lauren Hemp. And it's Hemp to Georgia Stanway. Stanway to Lucy Bronze, although Bronze was down after being fouled by Vanegas. I think it's Linda Caicedo to Ramirez, although Bright has taken the ball off her. The ball now being passed to Lauren Hemp, I think it was. Now it's been swiftly passed back down to Georgia Stanway. Ball retaken by Colombia. It's now Catalina Uzme, the captain. Uzme quickly passes to Bedoya. Bedoya, Caicedo. Over the line, and that will be over the line, and that will be another, and that will be that'll be a throw into England. The Colombia fans are showing their support. So I think they appear to be louder than the England supporters right now. Russo tries to take a bar. Russo tries to receive the throw, but can't. It goes over the line again. This time for a Colombia throw, and it'll be Ana Maria Guzman to take the throw. I'm still surprised she hasn't been booked. Guzman throws to Catalina Uzme. Uzme now to Garcia, but blocked by England. And the ball is still with Colombia. Santos, but saved by offside isn't! Colombia have taken the lead. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it looked like a bungled effort, but no. Colombia have stunned England. And for the first time in the Women's World Cup, England are a goal down. They have to regroup and get back into this very quickly. Caicedo passed really well to Santos, and Santos did what? And Santos, nice curling effort. I thought it was bungled in, but it wasn't. And Ertz just couldn't get her hands to it. It might have grazed her fingertips, but it wasn't enough. And Colombia have taken the lead. And that's it. And that goal means such a lot to Santos and the substitutes. They all just want to mob and hug her. She's been brought down onto the ground. It ends up in a dog pile, and the Colombia fans are ecstatic about this. And the captain Catalina Uzme must be really proud also. And 6 minutes have now been added on. England have to bring themselves back into this very quickly. It's Jess Carter to Millie Bright. Alex Greenwood for England. Greenwood passes across to Millie Bright. Bright to Jess Carter. Now back to Bright. And Bright, that's a nice cross up the wing to Lucy Bronze. It's Lauren Hebb now. Hebb for England, but brought down by Ospina. Daniela Ospina passes to Ramirez, but the ball has been retaken by England through Lauren Hemp. It's Hemp to Rachel Daly. Now Millie Bright. Bright passes to Alex Greenwood. And a comment coming in from Derek. He says, uh-oh, Maria so nearly got to that. She did, but it just wasn't enough. And it's Alessia Russo tries to pass to Lauren Hemp inside the 18-yard box, but Colombia saw to that. And it's Walsh to Lucy Bronze. Now it's Walsh again. This time aiming for Alessia Russo. Russo! The ball inside the 18-yard box. Daly couldn't find a way through. It goes back out to Alex Greenwood. Now a Latoon. To Georgia Stanway this time. Now the ball is with Alex Greenwood. It's Greenwood to Rachel Daly. Now Georgia Stanway. Stanway tries to pass to Russo, but she was caught out by the Colombia defence. And now the ball has been retaken by Catalina Uzme. Uzme passes to Guzman this time to Santos. England retake it through Daly though. Daly to Kira Walsh. Hemp almost had it, but Colombia seized the ball straight. Colombia seized the ball when they could. Stanway to Lucy Bronze. Now it's Millie Bright, and Bright quickly passes down wing to Alex Greenwood. Now the ball is with Rachel Daly. Back now to Millie Bright, and it's Bright tries to pass to Hemp, but I think Hemp was fouled. Nothing doing though. The ball goes back to Mary Earps in goal. It's with Millie Bright now. Now Alex Greenwood. Greenwood to that might have been Lauren Hemp, but Hemp was fouled. Walsh to Greenwood. Colombia I feel are being spurred on, but Colombia I feel are being spurred on by that goal, which is why they are holding England at bay right now. So it's Millie Bright. Bright passes to Alex Greenwood. Remember, England are looking for their place in the semi-finals for the third consecutive Women's World Cup. Ball not given away to Yorolin Kalabali, and it's over, and it goes over again with less than 2 minutes of stoppage time left. And Daly throws to Millie Bright. Bright passes to Georgia Stanway. Stanway now to Ella Toon. Daly forwards it into the 18-yard box for Alex Greenwood, but Colombia were quick to defend. It's Georgia Stanway. She passes back down the field to Alex Greenwood. Now Rachel Daly. Daly to Ella Toon. Toon passes to Daly, although I think a Colombia player might have deflected the ball away, which is why it's now a throw-in. Daly quickly took the throw for England. Daly after the ball, but the ball now being forwarded by Colombia, and it goes as far as Mary Earps. We're just over. We've now just got under a minute left. In fact, 40 seconds left of stoppage time. And the ball is with Ella Toon. Toon to Rachel Daly. Now Kira Walsh. Walsh to Millie Bright. And Bright this time to Georgia Stanway. Now Kira Walsh. Rachel Daly passes to Greenwood. Now Kira Walsh. Walsh crossing into the 18-yard box, finds Lucy Bronze. Can Russo get to it? The answer is no, but Russo tries to get on it. Alive! Through! Lauren Hemp! The Lionesses are back in it! I thought that Catalina Paris had done enough to keep it out, but no, she didn't. But no, she couldn't. And the game is nicely poised. And just as I said, and the game will be nicely poised going into half time. Good use of the head by Bronze. Russo nearly sent it in, but Catalina Paris thought she'd done it, but Lauren Hemp took advantage of the rebound, and England are level going into half-time. Colombia, I thought had defended this one really well, but Lauren Hemp just came out of nowhere, and that was just what England needed. We've got a minute over what was initially intended for stoppage time, and it's Lucy Bronze for England. England aren't done yet. They're looking for a second. It's Alessia Russo. Russo now passes to Kira Walsh and Alex Greenwood. Ella Toon to Rachel Daly, but it's half time. But it's half time now. Just when you thought Colombia had stunned the world with that with that magnificent goal by Lecky Santos. England have regrouped and found their way back into it thanks to a Lauren Hemp rebound from an initial save by Perez. Half-time score at the half, and Derek Jones says, phew, that was lucky. Half-time score at the Stadium Australia. England 1, Colombia 1. And we're going to go, and we're going to take a break, but but join us again when we return. And before we do go to a break, if you want to hear Arsenal against Nottingham Forest on the commentary hub too, then switch over there now. As then switch over there now. Then switch over there now. As it's as it will be as with Paul James in the booth alongside Luke Turton. Don't go anywhere though. If you want to say, but for those that want to stay with us for England against Colombia, don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of England against Colombia in the quarterfinals. 1-1 between both sides currently. Will it stay that way? Which one will go ahead? Will it go to extra time? Will it be penalties? All the questions will be answered as Colombia gets ready to kick us off for the second half. The referee just making sure that everything is. Just want to make sure that everything is okay. Puts the whistle to her mouth, and away we go then for the second half between England and Colombia, and it will be Colombia playing from right to left, and England from left to right, and it's Lecky Santos straight into it for Colombia. Has the hold of Kira Walsh, but Ramirez almost takes it, although nicely blocked by Jess Carter, and it's Lucy Bronze for England. Colombia appear to have started as they meant to continue, but England are still trying to hold up. But England are still trying to hold them off as much as they can. Can't do it, unfortunately. And so as it's Colombia currently with the ball straight down to Ramirez, but it's just wide, and I have to say that it was actually the captain, Catalina Usme, who had that touch of the ball. Well, no, it was actually Ramirez. It was Ramirez who at the touch of the ball. It actually smacked off one of the back posts. Goal kick to England to be taken by Mary Ertz. It was passed to Greenwood. Now it's Millie Bright. And a forward cross by Bright towards Lauren Hemp, but given away, I should say, to Carabali. So it's Carabali for Colombia, crossing it to I think that was Ramirez. Now the ball's been but the ball still remains with Colombia, and it's Daniela Arias to Vanegas. Vanegas tries to pass to Caicedo, but is blocked by Carter. I think, although Caicedo might have passed the ball over the line, and it was a throw-in to England. So it's Carter to Millie Bright. Alex Greenwood. Back towards Millie Bright. So it's Bright with the ball. And Bright crosses up the front. And Bright crosses across to Rachel Daly. Now it's Kira Walsh who passes to Alex Greenwood. Now Bright to Georgia Stanway. Stanway with the ball, but she has to back pass to Rachel Daly. Daly now towards Bright. Celestia Russo. Now Lucy Bronze. Bronze quickly passes to Kira Walsh, who finds Alessia Russo. And Russo now into the 18-yard box, but cleared away, I should say, by Colombia. And that was by Carabali. Russo had the right idea with the cross, but the deflection away by Colombia has resulted in a corner for England. And it looks as though it will be Stanway this time that will take the corner for England. And the closest to goal, although directly behind her, is Usme. Everyone getting to their positions. Stanway kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, bit low, but it very nearly went in. Millie Bright was unlucky. As it went just wide. Or was it actually a deflection by Vanegas? I think Vanegas deflected, and so England have another corner. Stanway fires it into the 18-yard box, but once again Colombia keep it out. And that was almost a long ranger into the goal by Kira Walsh. Serena Wiegmann taking her place back on the touchline. She looks a little disappointed that England aren't in front, and the fans enjoying themselves at the Stadium Australia, just pleased to be on camera for some. So it'll be Catalina Perez to put the ball out of the goal for Colombia. Perez runs up, kicks the ball out of the goal, but it's retaken by England, and it's with Lauren Hem. Hem has to watch it. Hem has to hold off Bedoya. She's doing just that. Bedoya, Hem with the ball. I think that might have been Daly who had the ball. The ball goes over the line. Will it be another corner to England? I'm just going to take another look at that again, and I think it's difficult to say. It really is difficult to say. I think it's sort of 50-50 between the two. Did Karabali touch the ball? Did Lauren Hemp touch the ball? Hemp is just so disappointed that she couldn't get to the ball in time, and it is a goal kick to Colombia. Ball headed by Rachel Daly. England have got to keep the composure and not crumble under the pressure. Just over 5 minutes in through the second half, it's still England 1, Colombia 1. Ball headed by Bronze to Alessia Russo. Russo tries to keep it in but can't. And I think the ball was deflected over the line by Daniela Arias. Arias tried to keep hold of the ball. I think she tugged Russo's shirt a couple of times. Russo did amazingly well to hold on, but it has given England another shot. It has given England another bite of the cherry with this corner. And it'll be Alex Greenwood to take it. The ball goes into the 18-yard box, saved by Catalina Perez. And that was almost a header by Rachel Daly. Daly did everything right, but Catalina Perez was just as on the ball as she was. Nice save by the Colombia number 1. As Nuzme now has the ball, or is it Santos? It's Santos to Linda Caicedo. The ball has gone over the line. I think that was an England deflection. So it'll be Colombia to take the throw, and it'll be Vanegas. Vanegas throws to Lecky Santos. Santos tries to pass to Caicedo. Another throw was taken by Colombia. England tried to take it through Carter. No, the ball goes into the 18-yard box. Hit out by Daly. England have got to defend it. England have got to defend the goal with all their might. They have for now, and the ball has been given this time to Jess Carter. That was by Caicedo, but it goes over once again. And I think the ball might have been deflected, and I think the ball might have been deflected by England. The Colombian fans are enjoying this. It's Greenwood. Greenwood passes to Ella Toone. Ella Toone, straight pass to Rachel Daly. Now Ella Toone. Toone to Walsh. Now back to Toone. Walsh, Toone. Although they did really well to hold off Lecky Santos. It's Alex Greenwood now. Greenwood passes to Georgia Stanway. Stanway! Downward cross to Lucy Bronze. Now it's Stanway once more. Stanway was looking to pass to Alessia Russo, but Russo was too far behind. Serena Vigman now starting to look very tense. And she walks up and down the touchline just to try and keep her nerves calm. It's Carter to Kira Walsh. Now Ella Toone. Walsh tries to pass to a Georgia Stanway, but it will once again result in a Colombia throw. As Nelson Abadia walks is now walking up and down the touchline. We're also live on JB Sports, Storm FM, and on Twitch. So it will be Vanegas to take the throw. It passes to Caicedo. Walsh to Stanway. England can't hold on to it. It was Caicedo, although Caicedo's been fouled. I think that's the second time that's happened to her. First it was and it's Lucy Bronze who has fouled her this time. I think she pulled her arm and down she went. That was very unnecessary. It could easily have resulted in a yellow card for Lucy Bronze. Bronze lucky to get away with that. And the ball is now still with Colombia. Carabali to Santos, but headed away by Ospina. Ospina to Vanegas. Russo retakes it for England. The ball is now with Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp with the ball for England. She passes straight away to I think that was Greenwood. Now it's Ella Toon to Stanway. Now back towards Toon. Toon passes to Rachel Daly. Daly just couldn't get through to Lauren Hemp, and I think that has resulted in a throw for Colombia. The ball did just go over the line. And to take the throw in will be Guzman, I think. So Guzman throws, but given away to England and Millie Bright. Bright passes to Jess Carter. Carter this time to Kira Walsh. Now Alex Greenwood. Greenwood passes to I think that was Lauren Hemp. Now it's with Daly. Back to Hemp. Hemp to Kira Walsh. Greenwood now towards Lauren Hemp. Hemp quickly passes to Ella Toon. Now it's Russo. Momentarily fouled. She did well to try and hold on to the ball. I think the referee is going to give somebody a caution, or is it just going to be a free kick? Daniela Arias. Daniela Arias, I think, was the person who fouled her. Might have just stepped on her leg or something. But I mean foot, and it will be a free kick to England. Lauren Hemp, Alex Greenwood, and Georgia Stanway talking with each other. So too is Lucy Bronze. I'm sure they're discussing how best they're going to take this free kick. Catalina Perez expectantly waits inside the goal area. And Colombia and Alex Greenwood still talking to Stanway and Hemp. It's difficult to say who will be taking it right now. About 4 or 5 Colombian players now starting to form up a defensive wall. And I think it will be Stanway, and I think it will be Stanway to take the free kick. Sells the dummy. The ball being passed towards Hemp through Stanway, and Colombia will have learnt their lesson from the first half. It seems the ball was saved quite easily by Catalina Perez. She knew what she was doing. That free kick looked very unconvincing to me. Ball just caught the fingertips of Catalina Perez, and it was enough for Colombia to deflect the ball away through Santos. But hold it, Catalina Perez, I think, has injured herself. She's being tended to by the physio. She's lying down. She's lying down on her back. I think that might have been a cut to the head. So Colombia may have to substitute a goalkeeper, and I think that's what might have caused it. The the ball might have just grazed her head, which is what gave England the lead, or was it? No, it's Mary Earps. Mary Earps is down. I can't seem to believe. To be honest, I really can't. Now I really can't see who it is. That's down, and something has happened, which I can't really see. Is there actually going to be a penalty to Colombia? As Azabadia looks on, the Colombia players are waving their headdresses and things, and are sporting everything. So free kick actually given to Colombia. I apologise for my mind being every which way, but it did look to me as though Catalina Perez was in a bad shape. So Guzman to Lecky Santos. Santos loses the ball to Lauren Hemp for England, but Guzman retakes it for Las Cafeteras. Does a back pass to Santos, and Santos quickly passes the ball around for Colombia, and it now ends up with Yorelin Carabali. Carabali down the wing to Vanegas. Vanegas this time to Linda Caicedo. Caicedo under pressure from Jess Carter. Carter does well to wrestle the ball from her, and it's now with Lucy Bronze. Although Colombia have retaken the ball back. Caicedo to Vanegas. Vanegas under pressure from Jess Carter. Carter wrestles the ball again and passes to Georgia Stanway, but the ball given away to Colombia, and Lauren Hemp gets tangled up with Yorelin Carabali, and Lauren Hemp is down on the ground. That I think might have been a clash of heads. It was, and Lauren Hemp was stunned by the incident. I think she's okay. Just got a bit of grass and dirt on her forehead. Throw in to England to be taken by Lucy Bronze, but the ball's been given away to Colombia, and it's with Ospina. Ospina to I think that was Ramirez. But the ball has been quickly passed to Mary Earps in goal for England. 62 minutes gone. It still remains England 1, Colombia 1. And it's Alex Greenwood for England. And Greenwood crossing to Georgia Stanway. Stanway to Alessia Russo. Can Russo retake the lead for England? She can! England have made it 2-1. Either they have to keep holding on to their lead, or just adding another goal would be nice. But Russo has put the Lionesses in front, and Nelson Abadia is still as a statue, probably stunned by the goal. Good play of the ball from Georgia Stanway to Alessia Russo. She almost lost it, but she didn't lose her composure, and England have made it 2-1. Nice right footer by Russo, and that is her 13th in all international competitions for England. And Ella Toon getting almost what looks like a piggyback from Alessia Russo, and a hug from her and Stanway. Colombia. Now it seems that Colombia are on the back foot, and in the midst of what we've just been seeing, a throw-in will be given to England, to be taken by Rachel Daly. No half-time substitutions were made, by the way, and I can't see anybody looking to come on yet. So it's Georgia Stanway to Alessia Russo. Russo, back pass to Alex Greenwood, and Greenwood crossing down to Lucy Bronze. Although the ball has been retaken, all the ball is intercepted by Linda Caicedo. Carter takes it back for England. It's Stanway. Georgia Stanway for England. Passes across to Alatu. Now it's Daly. Daly crossing into the 18-yard box. Bronze couldn't get to the ball in time. That would have been the third. That would have been the third for England, but Bronze was just too late. And she knows it. And but there's been a stop in play as Catalina Perez is being looked over by the physios. That injury could be worse than expected, and that is Alessia Russo's second goal of the Women's World Cup, her fifth of the tournament. Derek says, "Yes, come on, England!" And that was a good pass by Stanway to Stanway to Russo. Will there be any substitutes for England during this time? But our main concern right now is with the Colombia keeper Catalina Perez, and it looks as though one of the reserve goalkeepers will be coming on in place of her. Will it be Sepulveda or will it be Giraldo? And so Catalina Perez stands up. I think she's going to be led around the pitch by the physios. She will ultimately be substituted, and I can see that getting ready to come on is Sandra Sepulveda. Sepulveda looks like she's going to get ready to come on, and indeed she will be. Perez ultimately substituted. And onto the pitch will come. Actually come Natalia Giraldo. Natalia Giraldo coming on. Plays for America de Cali back home. And Catalina Perez still talking to the physio. She's being led away and Giraldo will take her place. Sensible move by Colombia, but will Giraldo be able to hold off any England attacks? And Giraldo now making her way. Giraldo has made her way onto the pitch, and I think she will have the first touch of the ball when the game resumes. A consolation hug by one of the physios to Catalina Perez, but that is not what we want to see. We're back in play though. It's now England 2, Colombia 1. As Giraldo has taken the ball and for poor old Catalina Perez, she looks just miserable. Ball being passed to Mary Ertz now. Ertz to Jess Carter, and Carter does really well to try and hold on, but she's given the ball away to Colombia, and it's Lorena Bedoya. Bedoya to Santos. Santos to Manuela Vanegas. Back to Vanegas via Santos. It's Linda Caicedo, Manuela Vanegas, and Vanegas tries to cross to Santos, although Caicedo is down yet again. Linda Caicedo shoved in the back by Jess Carter, and if she has to go, it will be a blow for Colombia because she is one of their best players. She looks to be okay, but she's having a really tough time out on the pitch. Vanegas takes the throw for Colombia. The ball now being passed to Lecky Santos. Usme back to Caicedo. Caicedo under pressure from England. It's worked. Bronze takes the ball, and the ball has been passed to Alessia Russo. Although Russo, I think, was forced out, but although I think Russo was forced out by Colombia, the Colombian fans are still in the mood for a party, as Serena Wiegmann still watches intently from the touchline. Lucy Bronze to take the throw for England. She throws, but the ball's headed by Van Egas. Van Egas to Usme, I think. No, the ball's been intercepted by Kira Walsh. Walsh to Alex Greenwood. Greenwood tries to hold off the two Colombian forwards. Does so. Daly, but retaken by, well, the ball is retaken by Colombia. It's now with Mayra Ramirez. Ramirez to Catalina Usme. Usme this time to Bedoya. Bedoya almost sent it in, but it just clips the bar. Mariams, I think, might have gotten a hand to it, but it doesn't change the score. England still lead 2-1. And yes, indeed, Marriott did palm it over. That would have been away. That would have been away back into Colombia. They have another chance with a corner. Santos to take it. It goes into the 18-yard box, but hit away by England. Vanegas takes the ball back, or was that Durango? No, it wasn't. It was by Bedoya. It was Bedoya who had the ball, and that shot came from almost out of nowhere. But Marriott read the situation well, and the frustration on the face of Bedoya clear to see. Jubilation for Marriott, and that comes with less than 20 minutes to go. Earps gets ready to kick the ball. Earps gets ready to kick the ball out of the goal, which he does. It goes towards Lucy Bronze, but hit over by Santos. And down on the ground goes Lucy Bronze. And down on the ground goes Lucy Bronze. Has she hurt herself? She may well have done. And Serena Wiegmann walking out onto, and Serena Wiegmann now walking around the touchline area. Who she collide with? It was Santos. I think Santos elbowed her in the neck by the looks of it, and she's feeling her neck, and that looks very painful. Rachel Daly for England. Kira Walsh passes to Alex Greenwood. So it's Greenwood under pressure from Ramirez. Greenwood to Daly, now back towards Greenwood. It's Kira Walsh. Walsh this time back to Lucy Bronze. Walsh again to Millie Bright. Bright passes to Jess Carter. Carter to Bright. Now Alex Greenwood. Greenwood this time passing to Daly. Daly towards Lauren Hemp. Hemp has to go around Carabali. She does so. So Hemp with the ball, crossing into the 18-yard box, saved by Geraldo. And she did well to hold off what could well have been an attack by Alessia Russo. Geraldo to kick the ball. Geraldo kicks the ball out of the goal. England need at least another goal to keep the match to ensure that the game is theirs. But Colombia aren't giving up without a fight. It's Linda Caicedo now. Caicedo passes to Lecky Santos. Santos loses the ball to England, and it's with Kira Walsh or Georgia Stanway. No, it is Georgia Stanway. Stanway does a long pass to Alessia Russo, but Russo is too late. Bedoya grabs the ball just in time. Bedoya passes to Santos. Now it's with Daniela Arias. Arias to Carabali. Carabali to Ana Maria Guzman. Now back to Carabali. And Karabali crosses, but it goes over the line, and it will once again be an England throw-in. Lucy Bronze to take the throw to England. England have two options: either get just one more goal in, or hold off Colombia for as long as they can to avoid the game going into extra time. It's Georgia Stanway for the Lionesses, passes to Lucy Bronze. Bronze to Alessia Russo. Now back to Stanway. Stanway crosses into the 18-yard box, almost picked up by Toon, but Colombia did well to intercept. Now the ball goes back to England and Jess Carter. Carter passes to Marriott. Greenwood. Cross down the wing to Lucy Bronze. And Bronze now towards Lauren Hemp. It's Ella Toon this time. Ella Toon to Lauren Hemp. Now Alessia Russo. Russo cut out, but does well to pass the ball back to Lucy Bronze now, but it was ricocheted away by Daniela Arias. And once again England are denied from setting up an attack, although a corner has been given to them, and it will be Alex Greenwood to take the corner for the Lionesses. Greenwood gets ready to take the corner. Raises her arms. She runs up, hits the ball into the 18-yard box, punched away by Giraldo. But the ball is still with Colombia. It's been played to Lecky Santos. England have got to close it down. They very nearly did through Carter. Santos. Caicedo still has the ball. Now she passes across to Santos. And now towards Ana Maria Guzman. Colombia aren't giving this one up, but it's over the line. England very nearly closed Caicedo down, but they could only count themselves lucky for the ball going over. But they could only count themselves lucky for the ball going over the line. And Alex Greenwood, I think, got tangled up with another player. Goal kick, though, to England with 13 minutes to go until full time. Marriott's ready to kick the ball up. But just as I say this, a substitution for Colombia will be made as Diana Ospina Garcia makes way for Ivone Chacon. It's Daly to Kira Walsh. Although Colombia have retaken it through Ramirez, cleared out by Carter. Colombia have the ball back though. Chacon under pressure from Ella Toon. Toon does well to tackle the ball off her, but Chacon has fouled Toon. This game is getting really intense. It has been for the last 25 or so minutes. Free kick to England to be taken by Mary Ertz. Ertz stands behind the ball. Breathes very deeply. Kicks the ball forward and headed by Lauren Hemp, but given away to Colombia. Now it's back with England. Walsh trying to cross to Lauren Hemp, but can't get to it. It'll be taken by Jarlin Karabali, and it's gone over the line. And as for that goal by Bedoya, and as for that attempt, I should say, at goal by Bedoya, it just went over the line with a distance of 30.7 metres. Marriott very fortunate to save that one. Colombia still looking to Still looking for a way to get themselves back into it. Remember, they have to equalise if they want to take this game into extra time. Ball is now with Linda Caicedo. It's Caicedo! Caicedo needs to pass quickly to Chacon. She does that. Chacon passing back to a Guzman, but retaken by England. It's Lauren Hemp trying to cross the ball forward, but the ball has been intercepted by Karabali. Karabali to Catalina Uzme. And so Uzme crossing to Chacon, headed by Daly, given away to Caicedo that time. And Caicedo, but the ball has gone over the line, and I think it will be a Colombia throw. I think England might have gotten a foot to it. The ball being thrown, but it's been mishandled, and it will be a goal kick to England. Just under now we have 10 minutes to go until full time. It's still England 2, Colombia 1. You're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. The Lionesses, in my view, need at least just one more goal to ensure that the game is beyond reach for Colombia. Colombia just need to keep harrowing and pressuring England into conceding an equaliser. Bronze to Alessia Russo. The ball now taken by Catalina Uzme for Colombia. It's now Chacon. Chacon to Caicedo. Now back to Chacon. Chacon couldn't hold on to it. The ball just deflected away at the last moment by Alessia Russo. That was good use of the ball by both Caicedo and Chacon. It was actually Bright who deflected this away. It was actually a combination of both Bright and Greenwood or Russo. But it's given a free kick, a corner, I should say, to Colombia. And it'll be Catalina Uzme to take the corner. Uzme raises both arms and passes to Caicedo. And Caicedo crossed into the 18-yard box, kept out, but kept clear, headed by Bright. But England aren't out of the woods yet. Lauren Hemp does well to smother it. Lauren Hemp does well to snaffle it away. But it's given Colombia a throw-in and a very angry Lucky Santos. I think it's going to be spoken to by the referee, and I can't imagine what she's angry about. She must have committed something, and Santos being given what looks like an official warning by the referee, Katarina Koroleva. And who should be coming on for England but Chloe Kelly? And the ball goes up, and it'll be over the line for an England throw. As Kelly gets ready to come on, the action still goes on the pitch. And it's currently Karabali. Karabali gives the ball away to England through Stanway. Stanway again. But that was via Elatoon. Although Colombia have taken the ball back, it's now back with England. Straight to Alessia Russo. Russo to Lauren Hemp. Although a Colombia player is down. Someone from Colombia is down, and it is Daniela Arias. Arias has been fouled. The physios are coming over. To have a look at her, and I think it looks like Georgia Stanway was involved. Indeed, she was. And that looked very painful. Looked just like a normal incident. For England. Nothing too serious. Nothing worthy of a yellow card in my view. Stanway lucky to go away with that, and looks like Russo is going to make way for Chloe Kelly. This was her superb right footer into the goal, and the England fans really appreciated that one. So Russo makes way for Chloe Kelly. The handshakes from the touchline, very well deserved. And on comes Chloe Kelly, who scored in who scored the winning penalty against Nigeria. But will a substitution have to happen to Daniela Arias? We'll let you know if and when she is. The game has resumed. It's Millie Bright passing to Earps. And Earps sends the ball out of goal. But give it away to Colombia. England retake it. It's Lauren Hentner. Lauren Hentner with the ball. Passes down the wing to Lucy Bronze. And it's Bronze to Kira Walsh. Yeah, it is Kira Walsh. Now it's Jess Carter. Carter, I think, was trying to pass to Georgia Stanley, but retaken by Colombia. And it's Bedoya with the ball. Bedoya crossing to Santos. Mary Earps has to defend this one with all her might, but the good thing is for England that Millie Bright was there, and she was able to halt that attack without so much as a bat of an eyelid. And the ball has gone over the line for a Colombia throw. And Santos disappointed that she was held firm. Less than 5. We've got almost 4 minutes to go until full time. You can really feel the tension inside the Stadium Australia. And it's Bedoya with the ball, but given away to Stanway, although Colombia somehow managed to regain it through Ana Maria Guzman. It's Guzman to Carabali, although Carabali was under pressure from Lauren Hemp. It's now with Santos for Colombia. She passes to Chacon. Now back to Santos. It's Usme Santos, and saved by Mary Earps. Although did the ball cross the line? That looked like that was a really good save. That was a really good save by Earps. But did the ball go over the line? I don't think it did. But unbelievably, we have a third corner to Colombia. So, according to the referee, the ball did cross the line. Colombia have a chance to equalise. Catalina Usme to take the corner. Kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, headed away by Millie Bright. England momentarily breathe a sigh of relief. It's Alatoon after the ball, but Colombia is still resolute and managed to hold on. It's Bronze for England. She retakes the ball. And now the ball has been played forward to Chloe Kelly. Kelly couldn't hold on to it. And so Colombia retake the ball. And Manuela Vargas is down on the ground. So too is Rachel Daly by the looks of it. No, it isn't. It wasn't. It was Lauren Hand. And now the ball is still with Colombia. They just will not let that ball go. And it's Ramirez. Ramirez passing around, this time to Carabali. Carabali to Santos. England Elatoon tries to retake it for England, but not to be. The ball has been passed to Giraldo. Colombia still retake it. England doing really well to hold off any sort of Colombian attack right about now. It's Bronze, although a Colombia player, I think, Bedoya was fouled. Play still goes on though. Advantage England, says the referee. In other words, play on. Walsh crossing down the wing to Chloe Kelly. Kelly couldn't keep it in. And Kelly has so far been the only substitution made by England. Colombia have to keep pressurising England and force them into a mistake with a minute of normal time left, plus the additional injury time. I wouldn't be surprised if we get more than. I wouldn't be surprised if we get about 5 minutes or more And it's Lecky Santos for Colombia. She passes to Bedoya. Bedoya back to Santos. Taken by Alex Greenwood. And Greenwood does well to clear it away, but it goes down the line to the Colombian defenders. Usme gives the ball away to Hero Walsh. It's Walsh to Ella Toon. Toon tried to pass to Hemp but couldn't. And it goes as far, and it was retaken by Guzman. Guzman to Ramirez, although I think she fouled someone on the way, and ball headed by Bronze, but it's now with Chacon, and Earps just grabs it at the last moment. That could have gone over the line. 8 minutes. 8 minutes have been added on. This game could go right to the wire. And it will be Marriott to kick the ball out of the goal. I'm not surprised that we've had this much stoppage time because of the injury to Catalina Perez. So it's Bronze, but over the line it goes. It will be a Colombia throw. England have either got to hold on to their lead for as much as they can, or try and get another in. Free kick to England, and it will be taken by Bronze. Bethany England looks like she's going to get ready to come on. So free kick taken by Bronze, defended by Colombia. Now the ball's retaken by England. It's Chloe Kelly. Kelly under pressure from Bedoya. Bedoya pushes Kelly down, but the referee is not interested. And the ball has now ended up with Chacon. Nice tackle by Bright, but it's over the line for a Colombia throw. Caicedo throws to Chacon. Chacon passes this time to Caicedo. Caicedo closing in. Almost given to Santos, but retaken by England through Georgia Stanway. And Stanway now sends the ball over. And Stanway now sends the ball as far away from the Colombian defenders as possible. But the ball has been taken by Geraldo in goal. It goes over the line anyway, so it will be so it looks like it'll be an England throw as Bethany England now makes her way onto the touchline. Who is she going to come on for? It looks like she'll be coming on in place of Lauren Hemp by the looks of it. And that was truly a last minute goal by Lauren Hemp, just seconds before the halftime whistle. And that was just wonderful by her as Hemp makes her way onto the touchline, and on comes Bethany England. Throw into England, be taken by Lucy Bronze. Bronze throws to England. England now to Chloe Kelly. So it's Chloe Kelly. Kelly does well to try and hold on to the ball. Does it go over the line? It does. And Colombia do well to wrestle the ball away from her. So it's Guzman to Ramirez, but it goes over the line. Deflection by Daly. 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes of injury time left. It's still England 2, Colombia 1. England had 9 attempts on goal, 5 on target. So Stanway sends the ball up into the air, but it crashes down onto the ground. Almost taken by Daly, but it's over the line. And it will be a throw-in to Colombia, taken by Ramirez. The ball goes to Vanegas, back to Ramirez. Another throw-in to Colombia. The substitutes looking very tense. And it's Vanegas with a lot. And it's Vanegas with what was supposedly a long-range shot, but it's over the lot. But it goes over the bar. For Colombia to reach the quarterfinals at this stage is splendid. Is just amazing. should they go out to England, they will go out with their heads held high. Ertz kicks the ball in towards Lucy Bronze, but it's headed away by Lorena Bedoya, and it will be a throw in to England. Lucy Bronze to take the throw. So Bronze throws to Chloe Kelly, but the ball was kept out by Bedoya, although I think Kelly might have gotten the last touch of it. Thrown quickly taken by Colombia. Carter retakes the ball for England, but it goes over the line again, and it will be Santos to throw for Colombia. Santos with the ball to Caicedo. Caicedo does well to pass to Lecky Santos, and Santos to Catalina Rusme. England have got to defend. England have got to hold this one off with all their might. Chacon takes the ball for Colombia. She passes to a Bedoya. Now the ball is straight. Now the ball is with Usme, headed away by England, and it looked like Santos was going to set up a chance, but over the bar. But it's blazed over the bar by Ramirez, and Santos appear to go down. So I've no idea why. And it did, and the ball didn't go over the bar. It actually went past the post. So Colombia have 2 minutes. And so Colombia have 2 minutes in which to level the score. They might yet just do it. But Chloe Kelly currently has the ball for England. It's Lucy Bronze, but the ball taken by Bedoya. Bedoya to Lecky Santos. It's Lecky Santos now to Caicedo, and over the bar it goes. Colombia just keep conceding efforts. They just cannot afford to make any more mistakes like this. And that right footer by Caicedo was too powerful. 1 minute of extra time remaining, and I think now is the time for me to decide who my player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services, is. I will let you know after the full-time whistle. But is this time a throw-in to? There's a throw-in to England. England now have to hold on for as much as they can with less than 30 seconds to go. Ball headed up, ball going up, ball goes up into the air through Chacon, and it's a touch, and it's a throw-in to England. It'll be Bronze to take the throw-in. Coming up to the last 10 seconds of extra time. England were rocked by Colombia early on, but what's this? Chloe Kelly tries to pass to Georgia Stanway, and I think that was almost an attempt at goal by the looks of it. But Colombia did well to hold on. We're now going to go slightly over time, and that is a foul, and that was a foul, I think, on Georgia Stanway. But it's given a free kick to Colombia, and the referee could well be thinking about calling time on this soon, but no, in fact, it wasn't. I think it was Bedoya who went down first. Free kick to Colombia. Bedoya kicks the ball for Colombia. It'll be interesting to see what happens within the next minute or so. We are going to go slightly over time. And full time at the Stadium Australia. And full time at the Stadium Australia. England are through to the semi-finals. They were rocked by Colombia. In the first half. They got back. They reorganised themselves and extended their lead in the second half. They held firm, even though they had a few chances of getting at least another one in for Colombia. It's game over, but they will go out with their heads held high. They have never been beyond the round of 16. They made the quarterfinals for the first time. So that is an achievement to be proud of. And I have to say that my player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, was Alessia Russo. Fantastic. Played fantastically on the pitch, as well as getting that second goal in for England. She also had a hand in the goal for Lauren Hem. But for England, their next match is against Australia on Wednesday. So this will be a match worth looking forward to. And we're just about out of time. But join us later on this evening for the roundup of today's quarterfinal matches and a look ahead to the semi-finals. I've been Nicholas Jones. So until then, take care. Goodbye.